This is the Cranborne Carnaby 500. It is not your father's EQ, that is for sure. This is something so different that Cranborne Audio had to patent it, which means that Behringer won't be able to rip it off for at least another 20 years. But what I love about this thing, what I really truly love about it, is it doesn't use the regular methods of EQ. It uses something totally different. It uses harmonics. But I want you to check this out real quick. So you've been listening to my voice through the Carnaby, right, with it on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to how it pops forward. Listen to how it just like steps out. The depth and dimensionality. So could this be your new voiceover secret weapon? Could this be the answer to like getting you to the next level of sound? So are there a couple of things that I would change about this? Yes, there are. Is there something going on at Cranborne Audio that is kind of concerning? Quite possibly. But we're going to talk about all of it right now, so stick around.
From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov.
So let me just show you again what this thing does, because I know a bunch of you bail off the review after the first 2 minutes. So here we go. So there's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Listen to how it pops out. The sound just pops forward. It's like that moment in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy opens the door and everything turns to color. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. So there is something about what this is doing that is bringing just a massive sense of dimension. It is adding like something that no other recording tool I've used has done. I mean, you can add harmonics, you can add you can carve your EQ, but to add them together in a unit that does this and allows you to do this kind of contouring using harmonics is genius. So let me just read to you what this actually does. So hold on. So this is from the Sweetwater product page for it. Unlike conventional analog EQs that use phase to equalize audio signals, the Cranborne Audio Carnaby 500 employs harmonic saturation to boost and cut audio program material. This innovative trademarked Cranborne audio technology allows the all-analog Carnaby 500 to provide the sound-shaping functionality of a traditional semi-parametric 3-band equalizer, while enhancing vocals and instruments with euphonic harmonic saturation. Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? So here, hold on, let me just show you the rig real quick. So this is the rig for the demo, going through the Alesia Sculptor, into the SPL DS, and the Carnaby 500. So, I'm working on actually trying to build like the 500 series voiceover rack of doom. And I'm really pleased with the Carnaby's addition to it because what it's doing is so cool. Here, let me just zero everything out. And let me just show you how this works. So what you're hearing is the sound of the U87 with the bass cut roll-off enabled. So the bass cut switch is on, the high pass filter is on. And that, it sounds like that mid-range. I love the mid-range sparkle of that. But the problem is that it's missing some fundamental low-end energy that really makes it feel more realistic. So this is how I do it. So, and this thing is so easy to use. You really can't go wrong with it. You just start turning some knobs and get the sound you want. You really don't need to. There's not a big, deep learning curve. It almost sounds good with almost any setting, but this is how I figured out what I liked on it. So what I do is I dime this out, right? And then I just kind of sweep this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I find a spot I can hear it where I like the way that presents. And then I just kind of add a little bit more until I kind of like sense it, but it's like I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel the weight of it. I just want to sense its presence popping out. So here it is. Here, that's the low-end contour on. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to that. Listen to how it fills that out. I mean, nice presence. It really brings it forward. So let's do the same thing here with the mid-range. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I like that. Now let's see, 1 2 1 2. A little bit more maybe. All right, so there we go. That's a little bit too much. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I mean, the presence that is adding right in that sweet spot right there. And that's like, so that's centered. The mid-range one is centered at 1.5. The low end is centered here. The center detent here is a 100. So here it's probably what, about like 150 maybe, just south of 200. It might be better, a little bit higher, just around 200. And so this is maybe around 2. I would say maybe like a little over 2, right? So it's just edging into the presence area. So let's do the same thing with the high end. And even when I dial this up like this, right? I mean, there's this, oh, that's nice, right there. So 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? Add a little bit more, right? So, I mean, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Wow, right? I mean, how that just adds that it's really, it's like the sense of being in your room. You know, I like to call it in your space, not in your face. So this is really neat. I love that. So that is exactly how I'm using it, because I do love the sound of the U87 with the bass cut enabled, because when you do that, again, when you remove the low end from your signal before you hit your preamp, you're allowing your preamp to have more headroom to affect the part of the signal that really matters most for voiceover, which is mid-range, right? Mid-range is the most important frequency range. And when you take the low end out, you'll be surprised how much voltage it requires the preamp to actually process the low end. The majority of the voltage being used by the preamp is dedicated to the low end when that is in the signal. When you take it out, again, you don't have to, you get more headroom. You get a better detailed signal. That's what I like about it. It's because that's what you want to pop for voiceover. You want your mid-range to really pop. So enabling this, right? So I can take this anemic sound that I'm not really crazy about, and I can really kind of enhance it and bring back in the things that really breathe life into it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm adding harmonics here. Now what happens if I subtract harmonics? So what I'm going to do here is let me zero this all out again. And again, this thing is so easy to use. I don't think you can really go wrong. You know, you just turn knobs and then find what you like. So here I've got it. So that's with the bass cut off. All right, so that's the natural sound of the U87. And, you know, this close it's very low end heavy. And I happen to have a U87 that has a very robust and healthy low end. So, you know, it's when you can really feel the low end, it's too much. So we're going to do the same thing here, except we're going to do it the other way around. I'm going to subtract that because I know I want to do that. So I'm going to find really where it's going to feel best. So I think again, it's really right about north of 100. And then we're just going to dial it back, and then we're going to find where we feel this feels good. All right, maybe a little bit higher. All right, so there. And so it's not the way it works, I believe, is that it's doing kind of like it's doing an EQ thing, but it's also adding harmonics into it, but a different order harmonics. So it allows you to keep the feeling, the essence of it being there, but it's lessening the amplitude of that frequency range. So here it is with it off, 1 2 1 2, and here it is with it on. All right, I feel like it's a little bit better contour on that. But this definitely with the low end enabled in there, I do need to really do something with the mid range. I'm going to have to boost the mid-range a little bit more. 1 2 1 2, right? Yeah, right there. So there we go. All right, so that's feeling pretty good. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, let's do the high end again. Let's feel what we got. 1 2 1 2. All right. Oh, right there. All right, that's it. All right, 1 2. All right. So I mean, you know, again, this is a very powerful sound. But it's not necessarily the sound that I want. It's still a little bit low end heavy. Maybe we contour this a little bit more like that. All right, 1 2 3 4. Right? So it's still. I mean, you can get this thing to sound amazing. And I think on music, it would really be incredible. So let me reset this to where I like it. So I'm going to do this again. So let me kind of remember where everything was when I had that set up. So it's about right there. So this is really like a great sound because it doesn't sound overprocessed. It has that nice forward feeling to it. And it's going to cut through a bed like crazy. That thing is going to work great, cutting through a bed. So the Cranborne Carnaby 500, really great. Okay, so what are my criticisms? Okay, so I have to find a picture. I'm going to have to put this picture on screen that I took. But what you'll see here is that there are these electrolytic capacitors that are that are on the circuit board in the back, over by the edge card. And they stick out a little bit. And I have to say that in my in my exuberance, once I got it, I think I almost sheared off one of those capacitors because it got kind of caught on the edge of my 500 series chassis going in, and it made contact, and I didn't apply any more pressure but I could imagine that, you could mishandle this and possibly damage one of those capacitors. So I wish there had been a shield. Some 500 series units have a shield around it to protect the electronics. So I wish this had a shield. That's my one thing, because I guarantee you someone somewhere is going to shear off one of those capacitors. And, and then Cranborne's got to replace it. So that's a bummer. But the other thing that I wanted to mention that is a bit of a concern to me is communication from Cranborne Audio, because I've emailed Cranborne twice in the last a month, and I never heard back. And it wouldn't necessarily be something I would mention, except for the fact that a friend of mine also emailed Cranborne and also never got a response. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, here's the thing. I know those guys. So to my right and your left is Sean, and there's Elliot, right? So I met these guys in NAMM. They're really cool guys. I like these guys, but I'm just hoping that nothing has happened. If you've heard from Cranborne Audio, if you've communicated with them, please leave a comment. Let me know. So I don't know what happened to them. Have they been kidnapped and have their organs harvested? Have they been abducted by aliens? Are they being probed on a spacecraft right now and just having too much fun to answer my emails? So I don't know what's going on. But I find that concerning, the fact that there's a lack of response to emails. So, again, that bugs me. It bugs me that they don't respond to emails. They've responded to emails before. I've corresponded with those guys a bunch of times, so I don't know what happened. So if you have an issue with that, if you have a communication issue with Cranborne, or if you have communicated successfully with them, let me know. But overall, what are my thoughts here? Voiceover secret weapon. Absolutely. I used this thing on 3-4 spots on Friday, and I really liked it. Oh, it's 3 spots and a narration. And on the narration, I sent it to the client, and within 15 minutes, I got a message saying, this sounds amazing. Now, again, that's probably a reflective upon, the entirety of the work, but I felt like it really did sound amazing. Like it just had that really vibrant presence up front. It really, I think, popped out. And I think that when you really look at, a lot of voiceovers that are being done if you look at voiceovers that are being done by your competition, there may be a lot of people out there who are passing through voiceovers that just don't really have the vibrance, right? The depth, right? The dimension that you can achieve with this. So that's why I think it's a voiceover secret weapon. I think it will really help you stand apart, because the way this thing works is just genius. And it's not imparting anything that really sounds like nobody's going to listen to this and say like, oh my God, would you put a distortion box? You put a rat pedal on that thing? It's just this euphonic harmonic addition to what you're doing. Just makes it sound like so much more forward in the room. That's what I love about it. So what do you think? Cranborne Carnaby 500. Is this will this be your next voiceover secret weapon? Because I think it sure is going to be mine. All right? So let me know in the comments what you think. And let me know if you've heard from Cranborne. But until then, This is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.